Hey everyone, Ashton here from the Wildflowers creative team, and today I'll be showing you how to paint a tiger. For this tutorial, we'll be using the lime, black, and magenta brushes. For the base of this design, we'll be using the color Monarch from the Wildflowers Gel Polish collection. Apply 2 very thin coats and cure between each layer. If you don't have a lot of experience painting portraits of animals or people, then I recommend applying a matte top coat after this step. This will allow you to easily remove or correct any proportional issues that you may come across when painting the outline of the portrait. Using the black gel paint and the magenta brush, we're going to paint a rough outline of the eye. For this part, you want to use very light pressure because this is just going to act as a guide so that we can see where to place our colors. To paint the outline for the cheeks and the nose, we're basically going to do an upside down heart, where the curve of the cheeks stops right about at the center of the eye. Also, you want to make sure that the width of the nose is about the same width as the eyes. So what we're going to do is extend our upside down heart shape and crisscross our lines a little bit just to make an upside down triangle, which is where the nose will go. And remember, this nail does have a top coat on it, so if you need to make any corrections, now is the time to do it. But if it's looking like a cat and you're happy with your proportions, then go ahead and give that a full cure. Next, we'll be using the white gel paint and the black brush. Tigers have quite a bit of white fur on and around their faces. So using the rough outline that we have already created, paint the brow line and fill it in completely with the white gel paint and repeat on the other side. We'll also be adding a thin line underneath the eyes as well. We're not going to cure this just yet, but we're also going to add white along the cheeks, the chin, and the side of the neck. This part does not need to be perfect, and it's totally okay if you color outside of the lines. Before we cure this, we'll be using our dry lime brush. Dry just means that there is no product on it, and we'll be tapping the edge of the white and pulling lightly to create a more realistic fur look and to also blend the colors together a little bit. If you're a little heavier handed, you may find that the product builds up in the brush a little bit. This can easily be removed by pinching the bristles in a lint-free wipe. You really can't do this part too much or too little because every tiger looks different, but once you're happy with it, give it a full cure. Next, we'll be using the yellow gel paint and the black brush to add some highlights to our tiger. Paint along the top of where our nose is going to go, and then drag the color up into the forehead. You can also add some highlights under the eye as well. Then before curing, we're going to repeat the step that we did with the white gel paint and use our dry lime brush to blend these colors as well. We'll also be using the yellow paint to fill in the eyes. And once you've completed this step, give the nail a full cure. Next, we'll be using the red gel paint to give our tiger some low lights. Apply the red gel paint along the forehead, the opposite side of the nose, the cheekbones, and under the jawline. And we'll be repeating our dry blending technique using the lime brush before fully curing. And for our last step, before we begin adding our tiger stripes and final details, we'll be using the pink gel paint to fill in the nose. Once this step has been cured, we'll be using our black brush and black gel paint to add some deeper shadows. These shadows will go in the inner eye and around the snout. And before curing, we'll be using our dry lime brush one more time to blend out these shadows. If at any point you applied too much color, use your brush and with a tapping motion, soak up the excess paint and wipe frequently. Cure after this step, and then we will continue adding details with the black gel paint. So now we'll darken the inner eye a little bit more and give our tiger some eyeliner. So pretty much everything up until this point can be used as a guide to paint any number of wildcats. For example, if you're looking to paint a lion or a cheetah, then rather than the orange we started with, I would recommend the Wildflowers color Starfish, which is the perfect sandy brown. But moving on, to paint the tiger stripes, I am still using the black brush, but I am starting with a little pressure and then adding more as I pull each stroke to give the stripes a nice sharp point. As you work your way towards the center of the face, the stripes will become smaller and thinner and almost turn into spots. And some stripes will connect, others won't. You can keep this part pretty random. Because this part involves so much line work, I recommend flash curing often if not doing a full cure to avoid any accidental smudges. And now that we've worked our way down to the mouth, let's go ahead and fill that area in as well. And then we'll continue on with more stripes. If you guys are enjoying this video, please like and subscribe, and let us know what your favorite animal print is down in the comments. My personal favorite is snakeskin. Once the tiger's stripes are complete, I definitely would recommend curing again, and then we'll add some whisker spots along the cheeks, and then we'll outline the nose. And for our final detail, using the black gel paint, paint the pupil in the center of the eye. Give that a full cure, and now we will be switching over to the black gel polish, which is called Void. Because this is less pigmented than the gel paints, it makes it super easy to shade inside the eye and at the base of the nose. Cure after this step, and for our final details, we will be using the white gel paint again and the magenta brush to highlight the bottom lip, the top of the nose, to add reflection to the eyes, and to give our tiger some whiskers. And to top off this design, I definitely would recommend using the matte top coat because the details show through so much better when photographed. And here's the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.